Welcome everybody, and a look at the fourth film in the Tales of the Wild West Collection #1 box set from Imprint Films. Also from 1966, just like Nevada Smith was, and it is The Professionals. So this is directed by Richard Brooks, who's, to be honest, this is still my favourite film from him by a wide margin. As although I've enjoyed the likes of Deadline USA, Bite the Bullet, and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, they've all had problems to them, quite frankly, to ultimately bring their ratings down. Whereas this is damn well near perfect. So yeah, it's a Western film again, like all the other films in this box set, but it's decidedly more action orientated than the previous ones. Clocks in at 117 minutes long in terms of the running time, and yeah, has an all-star cast, which is one reason why this film is so great. So you got the likes of Burt Lancaster, who's seen in 26 other films. Favorites from him, now take a deep breath: Sweet Smell of Success, The Swimmer, Judgment at Nuremberg, The Killers, The Train, Brute Force, 7 Days in May, Crisscross, Sorry Wrong Number, Birdman of Alcatraz, and Twilight Sass Gleaming. So easily one of my all-time favourite actors, because three of those that I've mentioned there get 5 out of 5. So yeah, definitely one of my favourite actors. Then you got the likes of Lee Marvin, who I've seen in 18 other films. He was great in the likes of The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, The Big Heat, Bad Day at Black Rock, Prime Cut, and Attack. Then you got Robert Ryan, who was in 14 other films. He was also great in Bad Day at Black Rock, as well as The Setup, The Wild Bunch, and House of Bamboo. Then you got Woody Strode, who I've seen in 13 other films. Not typically an actor that I've seen in leading roles all that much, to be honest. He was in supporting roles in likes of Once Upon a Time in the West and The Quick and the Dead. But he had a more leading role in likes of The Last Voyage, which is a early, example of a disaster genre film, as well as The Italian Connection. Then you got Jack Palance, who I've seen in 18 other films. He was great in the likes of Shane, Panic in the Streets, Sudden Fear, and Attack. Claudia Cardinale, who we've recently talked about in Circus World, but I've seen her in 13 films overall outside of this one. And finally, got the likes of Ralph Bellamy, who was in a couple of the Universal horror films from the likes of the 40s, with the likes of The Wolfman and The Ghost of Frankenstein. So, an arrogant millionaire, Texas millionaire no less, hires four adventurers to rescue his kidnapped wife from a notorious Mexican bandit. So, this Western is mostly a basic effort, but not really to a fault, as it excels in being familiar, as it executes that familiarity to a T. While the cast is great and the action scenes are highly entertaining, the cinematography is also excellent. The locales look amazing. It is well paced. The script is predominantly well written. There are a couple of nice revelations to the plot, which is also mostly engrossing. Its production is convincing, especially when it comes to those action scenes, which are really, really well done. And the score is also on the point. So, yeah, excellent film. Again, like with Nevada Smith and the Tin Star, gets a 4.5 out of 5. But this, out of those three, those two even, is my favourite. And definitely much better than Three Violent People as well. Now, granted, I already knew coming into this that I really enjoyed Nevada Smith and this film, but still, it was a real treat to revisit this one in particular. So, yeah, also just really, really nice to get a film that I've enjoyed so much in the past finally on Blu-ray as well. Not been available in UK by any other means as far as I'm aware. So yeah, another 1080p high definition presentation that looks really, really good. And then you've got a couple of audio options with this one as well, much like we did with the Tin Star. So we've got DTS HD 5.1 surround and LPCM 2.0 stereo to 2.0, not 2.0, 2.0 stereo to choose from. And then you've got the film in the 2:35:1 aspect ratio, and then you have English language with optional English subtitles. And then in terms of extras, we've got Burt Lancaster, a portrait featurette, Memories from the Professionals featurette, The Professionals, a classic featurette, and a theatrical trailer as well. So yeah, sensational film. Definitely my favourite of this box set out of the ones I've seen so far. Although, quite frankly, as much as I like James Coburn, it's undoubtedly Warthog number 3 is not going to be getting a similar score to this one, quite frankly. So, yeah, because like I said in my unboxing video, I've heard very mixed results from that film, whereas these other four have not really had that case lobbied against them, to be honest. So, yeah, quite frankly, if Warthog number 3 isn't the worst in this box set, I will be surprised. But it's definitely not going to be the best, because not even another film I really enjoy has managed to beat it. So, yeah, this is definitely the best of the bunch. Tin Star is currently second, and Nevada Smith is third. So yeah, it's down to Waterhole number 3, which comes in 4th. Will it be that or 3 Violent People? We'll have to wait and find out. But nonetheless, thank you for watching. If you have seen The Professionals before, let's hear your thoughts on it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.